The name of George Washington Carver is synonymous with many scientific and agricultural advancements of the 20th century. At a time when African Americans were still often seen as inferior to their white counterparts, and even as a former slave, Carver still managed to become one of the most influential scientists of the day. It was the die-hard pursuit of his education that provided him the opportunities to succeed in life. He was
a man who actually wanted to make a difference.
He not only graduated from high school in 1880, but went on to become the first African American to earn both a Bachelor of Science and Master of Agriculture degree in the United States. He then used his position at the Tuskegee Institute under the direction of Booker T. Washington to provide a way to bring his knowledge directly to farmers. Washington had spent time with black farmers since about 1881 in his capacity with the Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute. He realized that the rural farmers he visited were in great need of education, but they were too bound to their land to travel to learn. It was a problem. But when Carver was hired on as head of the Tuskegee School of Agriculture, the idea of Johnsup Agricultural Wagon was born. The original wagon, named for Morris K. Johnsup, who financed the project, was a horse-drawn vehicle designed and built by Carver and his students to take education to the community. They would go on the weekends bringing materials and necessary tools and give demonstrations to the rural farmers. Booker T. Washington earned enough political support for the mission in 1897 that the program was dubbed the Tuskegee Agricultural Experiment Station. That distinction upgraded the effort with a government-supplied four-wheeled coach, more tools, seed packets, and demonstration plants which were all taken around to teach farmers best practices for growing their crops more efficiently. While Carver never actually operated the wagon itself, he selected the equipment and drew the charts for farm operations. He also chose lecture topics focused on self-sufficient farming, fertilization, and the best crops to grow in certain soils. And it wasn't just raising animals and crops that were the focus of the movable school. There was also instruction for women, specifically for their roles in the house. This included how to cook, preserve, and can farm-produced foods, and how to maintain their homes. Education on health and best sanitary practices were shared as well. In 1914, there was an increased focus on educating women when the Smith-Lever Act resulted in more financial support for the traveling wagon school. The act created a national educational extension system for those whose livelihoods were based in agriculture. That extension meant that education specific to women's roles in the household and as caretakers were financially supported, and a home demonstration agent was hired on full-time. In 1918, the Johnsup wagon was replaced with a Ford truck called Knapp Agricultural Truck, after a man named Seaman A. Knapp. Knapp was known as the father of the National Cooperative Extension System. In the first summer of its educational efforts, an estimated 2,000 people per month benefited from the efforts of George Washington Carver and Booker T. Washington's brainchild. By 1923, the Knapp agricultural truck wasn't enough to keep up with the demand. It had helped so many for so long, though, that more than 30,000 people chipped in so the program could buy a new vehicle. That's when what started as a little horse-drawn Johnsup wagon evolved into its third incarnation, called the Booker T. Washington Agricultural School on Wheels. This upgraded version was now bringing vaccines for livestock, spraying equipment, an early version of a generator, a baby bath and clothes, sewing machines, carpenter's tools, medicine cabinets, and even playground equipment. With the federalized extension program getting off the ground, the Tuskegee program that created the movable school was finally retired in 1944. For his efforts, George Washington Carver is not only remembered as using his vast knowledge to revolutionize the agricultural industry, he also helped empower an oppressed group of people to take control of their future. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more grunge videos about American history are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.